just going to add one more. I finished it off that post just then where I said karma's a bitch, family's going to bite you in the ass. The other thing where they've tried to, where people have manipulated mental health, Stephanie DeSalis. So people have tried to make up, oh, but he's got issues with Stephanie because, well, something must have happened. Again, nothing happened. She doesn't know me. She stalks me. So the only issue is that a legal matter, why didn't police press criminal charges? So this was brought up years ago. Now, family members, so I've always been gay. I've never been straight. I've never been with a female. I don't know why people ever, so this is where I've known people have confused myself and my stepbrother. I don't know how. I'm trying to work out if we even look similar. We're the same age. But, I don't know, he was always heavier than me. I always was thin. I know he had long hair at one stage. I know maybe we do look similar. I mean, there's some aspects to do with that look similar. Like, okay, my dad, Mark Ian Fleming, his father was dark-skinned with thick black hair. So maybe there's some of that that's trickled down. I don't know. Maybe my mum's got a type because both her husbands were named Mark. They're both born in the same hospital 1 week apart. And they both had sons in 1979. Okay, but the difference between that is my dad's a builder who doesn't have any alcohol or drug problems or mental health issues. He's a lovely man, very no aggression issues either. Dad's a sweetheart. So anti-drugs, anti-cannabis. The most I've ever seen my dad drink was 2 glasses of brandy. We were up all night, one night drinking. He's having, was it brandy or sherry? No, brandy. He was having his own brandy. And that was nice. I was having a chat with Dad. So Dad's great compared to my stepfather, which is completely different. He's a nurse. He's got drug and alcohol issues. So my stepfather had drug, alcohol, depression, heavy drugs, cannabis, you name it. So did his son. His son had suicide issues. So this is where organisations confuse it too. It's like, but you're saying, I was suicidal and depressed and all this stuff over social media. No, I didn't. You're talking about Daniel Rackley, my stepbrother. And here's the thing. So Daniel Rackley had stuff about his partner, his relationship. He couldn't see his kids. And I had people actually coming up to me thinking I had kids. I'm like, I never had kids. So my stepbrother has kids that he couldn't see, and there's all these issues with his relationships. And I actually had Stephanie DeSalis coming up thinking, oh, Justin's got kids, did you know? It's like, no, I don't. I've always been gay. Stephanie DeSalis is this freak that stalked me, thinking that I was straight. And I don't know how, I met her the first time, so she knew I was gay, but she was always like, no, you can't be gay. You must have had some trauma that's made you gay. I'm like, no, not, and I find that to be very discriminating, thanks. And this is what's gone on. So, no, I have a very comfortable upbringing where I've been able to come out that I was gay at a very young age. I mean, I knew as a kid, everybody is, so yeah, he's gay. Wasn't forced onto me, nothing like that. Wasn't, oh, you're gay. No, in 1992, I'm watching all these idiot straights. I'm like, I'm gay. I know it. So what's the point? And I was like, I came out in high school. First year of high school, I come out, I'm like, no, I'm gay. So, with people getting girlfriends, I'm like, I'm not interested. I'll wait till I find another gay guy. Someone like me is like, yeah, sorry. Yep, no, I'm gay. Never had issues with it at all. So, Stephanie DeSalis, I'm getting a coffee in late 2004, get introduced to her, and suddenly she starts stalking me in my life. By 2006, she was told to fuck off and never show her face again. She went ahead and started that stalking, but she actually didn't stop the stalking behaviour. In 2015, she contacted me and I realised she was stalking everybody on my social media, friends, family, anybody she saw photos of me with. Now, this is a criminal matter. She should be dealt with criminally. Instead, mental health got involved. It's like, you've got to learn to let go. What did Stephanie do to you? So, what are you talking about? So, someone's made up a story that I was dating Stephanie. We used to be lovers and she lost a baby. I was like, that's insane. You're insane. Because Stephanie and I have never been even friends. This is insane. This is insanity. This is mental health insanity. That story went to Mental Health Industries. That's insane. Does anyone else listen and see how insane this is? I mean, I like to know who's the person who made up the story. It's the same with people making up stories about me selling cannabis at high school or smoking cannabis and drinking alcohol at high school. There was a joke once said, well, I was being a smart ass. Now, if that was taken seriously, then I feel sorry for people. But that's insane. That's insane that there's any reality around that. That's absolutely insane. Like, I even turned around to my twin sister once and said, what did I do, Amanda? Sell, what do you call cannabis? A stick or something for 20 cents? I was out of high school for 4 years. Are you insane? How could I make hundreds of thousands from that? So no, that never happened. It was a joke. You know, jokes are said, mockery is said, sarcasm is said. When someone's an idiot and you're being mockery and sarcasm back to them, that's it. I never did drugs in high school. Never sold cannabis. Never sold drugs in my life. Never was involved in that. Never brought alcohol to school or any of this stuff. Never stuck pornos in the Bible or anything like that. I mean, I got really good marks for religious studies. I mean, you know, things are said as a joke, being a smart ass. Like if someone's like, oh, I bet you're a real rebel. And I'm like, well, no, I wasn't. And I was a snob. And I was like, oh, yeah, I was a real rebel. I used to be like this. Like, well, that's called mockery. Do you understand mockery? That's definitely sarcasm. So if you go to someone, oh my God, Justin, oh God, you're such a, whatever, you look like a wild band member or musician. I bet you're a rebel or something like this. Like, growing up, it's like, oh yeah, I was a real rebel. This, oh yeah, I did that. You understand? That's, you can hear that in someone's voice. This is where I think everything's lost in today's society. It's like, you do understand what's the context of how words are being directed, the context of those words, what's behind them. Because I can say hello to you and it's very polite, or I can say like aggression hello to you, and they're two different feelings. Or I can be mockery and sarcastic and say. So if there's a direction of words that is mockery and sarcasm, it's be taken as mockery and sarcasm, not truth. You understand that? Or is everyone just insane that they forgot about how words are directed? No, I can say good morning to you. I can be walking past you and say, oh, good morning. Oh, good morning, isn't it? There's mockery, there's sarcasm, there's politeness, there's like the direction of the words. How are people so insane they've lost the way terminology is meant to be? I blame the left for it. I really blame the left for it with they, them, pronouns, my pronouns. They're mandatory. Oh, fucking hell, who voted the left in? So again, no, Stephanie DeSalis wasn't even a friend. She's somebody that I was introduced to one day at a coffee shop. By July 2005, I avoided that coffee shop because she was really stalking me and my partner. My partner got shits about it. I laughed it off thinking, she's a crazy fag hag. But yeah, my partner was right. No, she wasn't. She was crazy. But she's insane. She's absolutely insane. She had delusional fantasies, absolute delusional fantasies about me. And even like she was going on, oh, we're friends. I'm like, that's one of your delusional fantasies. Tell me how we're friends. We weren't friends, ever. You were somebody I met. You were an acquaintance at the most. By 2006, you were told not to ever show your face again. Otherwise, I'll call the cops on you for stalking and harassment, which is what she was doing. And then she started this again since 2015.